Oh, my eye burns. Alright. Um, Recording one. I was gonna pull some shit up on my desktop, but I don't know. It's alright. But anyways, Mantis or Dairy, right? Before I even talk about this shit, before I even talk about the math behind it, the rounding system, the system itself, what it represents, all that shit, you have to understand yourself. That's it. That's the most important part about this system, and that step can be completed along the way. But right now, all you have to do is just be more conscious about your decisions, and that's it. Because listen, you cannot change something before you understand it, and that's fact. You cannot change something before you understand it. A coding, like if you're fucking coding something and it's like a completely foreign language, how the fuck you expect you finna be able to code in it if you don't understand the language? You know what I'm saying? So boom, that's the very first thing. You have to start understanding yourself, and there's multiple levels to that. Okay, there's this feeling that comes with understanding shit, like all right, for example, you start playing a video game, right? That feeling that comes with like playing it, you know what I'm saying? Like you play it more, and it like you get more familiar with it, you get more comfortable with it, you start like motherfucking like spamming your space bar and shit when that's like just being like motherfucking ADHD, but like there's a feeling of elasticity that comes with being comfortable in something. That's a random ass example, but that feeling that comes with anything, that comes with writing, that comes with making music, that comes with you become comfortable in it, and you can then shed your energy upon whatever this subject is, right? And that is just a very specific. I could go so deep into that. That feeling of understanding something and being able to then change it with your own energy in its whole, not in a like a indecisive way. Not fuck that. You need to understand yourself before you can change yourself. Point blank, period. Motherfucker, you can't argue with me on that. That is a bar. That's a fact. That is a statement. Alright, that's a fact. First thing, you need to understand yourself before you can change yourself, no matter what. I don't give no fucks. Right? You need to understand, at least to some degree. Like, start paying attention to your decisions. Pay attention to the way shit affects you, down to colors and lights and small stimulus. Like, you can get that deep into it once you start understanding yourself, and then you can start micro changing yourself in these micro ways and these micro decisions you make, like onto a very, very, very small fucking scale. But at least for now, you just have to understand that the way you move, you have to understand all that shit, right? I could go so deep into that, but like at least, the very least, the very, 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 very least, you have to start paying attention to the way you move, the way you think, the way you act, the way you respond to shit, the way you act in certain situations, the way you act around certain people, and of course, all of that's subjective to environments, to all of it, and it's all like one big thing. But really, the most important step, you'll start understanding that as you go along, but the most important step is being conscious of what you're doing. You can't be inconsistent in that, because you have to be thinking about, like, on every single plane. Like, if you believe in manifestation, if you believe in whatever you believe in, you have to be consistent in that, and you have to be consistent in your thought processes if you want to be able to change them. You know what I mean? You have to be consistent in that. You have to be conscious of your decisions always. No more 3 a.m. shit. No more just like actually finally realizing you're a fucking human being in your body at 3 a.m. Fuck that. You have to be thinking about that all the time. And it's going to be a process. It's going to be a long process of fucking taking, like, it's horrible. It is horrible at first, honestly. I mean, depending on how you think about it, because you could you could start having derealization bad, you could start having fucking whatever bad, and it like fucks with you badly. Words start losing meaning, motherfucking shit happens, bruh. But anyways, very far out there. Very far out there. But no, you have to start being conscious of your decisions, and it can't just be inconsistent, dude. Like, it has to be all the time. You have to be thinking about it all the time, no matter what. Understand yourself. Spend more time with yourself. Stop being on fucking Instagram all the time. That shit is horrible for you, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. That shit's so bad. You've heard it a million times and you don't even think about it. Real shit. Anyways, just be conscious of what you're doing. Like, literally, that is the most important step at all times. And the more that you start to build consistency in your thoughts, the more you start to control your thoughts. Same thing with that feeling of being comfortable in something. The more that you can, the thoughts are alive, all right? But I'm not gonna hold y'all. Thoughts are alive. They grow. They reproduce. They do everything. They're alive. Think about your thoughts as life. These are your children. Alright, these are your motherfucking children, and they're actually smarter than you. Thoughts are smarter than you. Look at Einstein. Look at every single scientific theory that's ever fucking proved anything meaningful in the human race. That theory was smarter than itself in multiple ways, on a multifaceted level every time. No matter what, on many different planes, like every time. Thoughts are smarter than themselves, point blank, period. That's it. Thoughts are smarter than themselves. You need to think about your thoughts like they're your children. Okay, and you need to be consistent in your thoughts if you want them to bring fruition to anything, regardless if you believe in manifestation or the law of attraction or the laws of the universe or whatever. You have to be consistent in what the fuck you do, period, point blank, period. No matter what the fuck you do. Alright, and that applies to everything. So anyways, in that, the more I'm like losing track, I'm going off track, I'm speaking about many different things, and I'm trying to fit it into like motherfucking 10 minutes. But like, look, understand yourself. That is the most important part. Understand what the fuck you do every single day, why you move, why you do shit, why you think shit. Thoughts are important. Remember that. They're like your children, okay? The more you think in a analytical manner, the more you challenge your mind, the more you get downloads, bro. The more you get downloads, the more that you give something, the more you get back on every single plane. You want to have more energy, start working out. You're giving energy to get energy, right? You want to be smarter, start thinking more. You start thinking, it starts coming back to you. You start getting thoughts out of nowhere, bro. You'll be in a motherfucking shower, all of a sudden you solved quantum physics. Alright, I'm not fucking with y'all, bro. This shit really happened. You have to give something to get something on all planes, no matter what. No matter what. Period, point blank, period. Anyways, so in that, you have to be consistent in that. If you want to not have negative thoughts, then you need to have a filter. You need to have the guardian of the gate, as they say, right? You need to have something in your mind, and that has to be consistent too. Like, if you want to control your thoughts, you need, it's consistency, bro. It's consistency. I feel like a fucking monkey right now on some ADHD shit, cracked out, but nah, I'm not. Anyways, you need to be consistent in whatever the fuck you do, no matter what. Especially in this, okay? You need to be consistent in being conscious of what you do every day. Point blank, period. Because the moment you start thinking consciously at all points of the day, it starts being weird at first because you don't feel like a human in social situations. But you still need to bring that. Like, it gets deep, bro. I've been in through every single possibility of the branch. Okay, I know all of it. I've experienced all of it. All of the little stimuli, everything. I've broken it down cryptologically, okay? Cryptologically up in this motherfucker. I've broken everything down. I mean, not everything, but like, I understand. That's it. Point blank, period. Start being conscious of what you're doing, and that in itself will bring a multitude of shit you didn't even know was possible. And that's all I gotta say. Start being conscious of how you're moving. Start paying attention to yourself, and the more you start doing that, you're going to start understanding yourself. It's not a complex. I mean, it's complex, but it's not complex to start. It's complex to be consistent in. Okay? That's it. And everybody's done that. Everybody has been conscious. Everybody's had that moment where they're like, fuck. Yo, these are my hands, bro. How the fuck am I moving my fingers? Like, everybody's had that, bro. But you need to be in that all the time. Like, genuinely. Not all the time. You don't need to be fucking, like, tweaking out, you know what I'm saying? But you need to at least have some realization that you're a human in a human body, and this is what's happening around you, regardless if that's what's really happening. Maybe we're in a simulation, maybe we are holographic beings, and none of this shit's real. Anyways, but look, you need to be conscious of what you see around you, regardless of anything, and be conscious of how you act. And you've heard that a million times, bro. You've heard it. You know you have. So why the fuck aren't you listening to it? Because you haven't tried it. That's it. You haven't tried it. You think it's corny. You think it's what the fuck ever you think it is. Okay, but I'm telling you right now, it is what it is, and that is the way that you are going to achieve anything within yourself. If you want to see any change within yourself, because you start to reach a point where you can just start thinking about something and or see something or what the fuck ever, or you see something you want to be like that, or you anything, and you reach a point where you just think about it for a little bit, and you think about yourself. You become conscious of the way you move, the way you do shit, and you can just think about it and change it subconsciously. You can build the way that your subconscious performs in real time. Literally, you program your subconscious, bro. Your subconscious is your homie. Period. Point blank. Period. You can build yourself. Everything you consume in this world, it is a stimuli, and it affects you. Everything around you affects you. Every single thing you watch, every single short video, every single YouTube video, regardless of the significance and the scale, it still does. Okay? Everything affects you regardless. Everything around you, down to smells, colors, lights, all that shit. And I know I keep repeating that, but that's not significant anyways. You are what you eat. You are what you surround yourself with. It's like that saying when people say you're like the 4 people around you. You know what I mean? You're the combination of the 5 people you hang out with most. Some shit like that. That applies to everything, bro. It's not just people you hang out with. That applies to everything. Everything. The shit you eat. I mean, that's significant. It's significant, okay? It is significant, but I'm not delving into that. But, like, if you really think about it, that is significant, but that's not what I'm talking about. Thoughts, the things you think about affect you as well. They are also stimuli, but they are you, okay? And that gets complicated on a certain level. It does get complicated, but look. You can control and program yourself. You can literally hypnotize yourself to do anything. You can hypnotize yourself to be anyone, and then it gets you're not even hypnotizing yourself no more, bruh. It's how it is, and people know that. People know that shit, and people practice it, but they don't practice it in the right way. People don't do this shit in the right way, bro. You have to know right, and it's all subjective as well. It's all subjective. It all is what works for you, and that's the whole point of the system. That is the whole point of the system. It is all subjective. Everybody's different. Not one fucking solution is going to fit fucking everybody. But at the same time, not one fucking night is going to, like, you. It takes time, bro. It takes time. But at the same time, it doesn't. It does not take time. For many things. For many things, if you really think about it, okay? I feel like I'm tweaking right now. Anyways, look. Conscious of what you're doing. Be conscious of what the fuck you do. Your attention, by the way, your attention is a currency in this world. In this world today, your attention is literally a currency, and I will repeat that till the day I die. I don't care how many times I say that. I don't care how many times I say pay attention to what you pay attention to. I'm gonna say that shit until every single last motherfucking person on this motherfucking world is listening to me. Okay? Your attention is a currency. Your attention is a currency. Do you understand that? Every single thing you pay attention to, that thing now receives your energy. And not even that. There's so many levels to it, okay? But first, that thing receives your energy. You receive the energy of that thing. There's a synaptic exchange, okay? Second of all, you start... It becomes a part of you. The shit that you consume, regardless of scale, regardless of the field, regardless of anything, it's inside of you. You just consumed it, right? It's not like inside of you. I don't mean it like that. Like, just pay attention to the shit that you pay attention to. Pay attention to the people you listen to. Nobody's ever right and nobody's ever wrong, and that's point blank period. Every single person on this earth is right and wrong. There's no information on this earth that is right. There's no information on this earth that is wrong. Okay? And you can think about that and get deep into it, and that seems theoretical and conceptual and like metaphysical, whatever you want to call it, right? But that is just true facts. That is just true facts. So view every single thing that you pay attention to analytically in that manner. Do not ever take some shit as right, no matter who it comes from, unless you got like that feeling, like, I don't know, there's certain shit, okay, there's certain shit, but even that there is a filter you always need to have on your dome. After hearing this right now, you're going to have this. You're going to have these three things, okay? You're going to be conscious of every single thing you do throughout your life. You're going to have a filter, okay? This filter, guardian of the gate. That's what we're going to call it. That came from Mr. Handel, all right? First of all, Mr. Handel covers negative thoughts. Everything you think about is obviously going to come back to you. What you give, you get back, period. And it sounds corny as fuck, but that it actually applies to everything on every level, as I spoke on earlier. So you need a filter. You need to filter your thoughts, the shit that's not constructive, the shit that's not doesn't matter. Fucking flick that shit out. You will have a little. Imagine a trash. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine there's a trash can in your head somewhere. All right. That'll come later on. Whatever you want to do with this medium. If you don't want to, whatever. That will make sense later. But imagine a trash can and all the shit that you don't want to think about, or the shit like, I don't know. There's a certain level to this shit. And I don't want to sound corny, but I don't want to sound like a guru. But like, that shit's real. I'm not going to hold y'all. I've known that shit since I was like 10 years old. That don't matter. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Imagine a trash can. Close your eyes. Imagine a trash can. This trash can, you're going to throw all the shit inside of that trash can, and you're going to empty that trash can every single morning when you wake up. You're going to throw all the shit you don't want to think about in that trash can, and when you wake up every morning, you're going to empty that trash can. Or before you go to sleep, you're going to empty that trash can, and you're going to make sure that trash can don't go to a far place. You're going to make sure that trash can burned. You're going to dump all the trash out. You're going to burn that shit mentally. Genuinely. That shit sounds so corny, bro. It sounds hella corny what I'm saying, but you like genuinely, you had to do this shit. Within that filter, you need to also view everything analytically, including yourself. Don't even, believe the shit that comes out of your head, bro. No doubt about it. But it's a different view of analyticism that you got to apply to yourself and apply to a stimulus and people. By stimulus, I mean everything that's outside of you. Everything that is outside of you right now and around you, every single other person, everything else. That is stimulus. That's what I'm going to refer to as stimulus. Now, some shit's more important than other shit. Right. Y'all get that. But, like, everything that is outside of you, you have to look analytically, right? And this world within is literally all that matters. If you really think about it. Not all that matters, but like on a certain scale. You know what I'm saying? That don't matter. Anyways. Guardian of the gate. Don't even think about it like that. Just think about it as like a filter. This is your gate. This is your motherfucking temple. Alright? You gonna have those few things. That's your filter. Right? Boom. Third thing. I guess I was gonna. That's the third thing, okay? That analyticism. Looking at everything analytically that's outside of you. And I'm gonna go deeper into this subject. The shit I'm saying right now probably don't make no goddamn sense unless motherfuckers is watching this in the future and like this is like, I don't know. But fucking look. The key takeaway from this, I will go so much deeper into these topics. I do not have time right now. It's been 20 fucking minutes. Holy shit. I will go so much deeper in these topics. But you have to view everything in like, you gotta view it one at a time. It's like school, like whatever. You have to view shit one at a time and like learn that about it one at a time. But the way that shit unfolds realistically in your real life, if you are conscious of the shit around you, you're going to learn so much. You're going to learn so much that is unspoken. Not even unspoken. Not even on a social level. I'm not talking about that. I mean the way that this shit works. The way that everything works. The way that... Just start paying attention, bro. That's it. Start listening. Okay? You learn a lot. If you learn as you go, you'll learn more, and you'll be more conscious of these feelings, the shit that can't be explained with words. Like, I don't know. That's the beauty of your life in itself. But be conscious as you go. Be conscious of yourself. Be conscious of everything. Just be more conscious, bro. That's my main message of this video. I'll go deeper in everything else I just talked about later on. But anyways, as I was saying, everything that I'm talking about right now, you'll see it'll come to you all in like a flash at first. Like it'll be a flash, like it's a burst. You'll get like a burst of information. Now, I'm not talking about this specifically, just information in general. You'll start noticing, not information like on a social level, on a worldly level even. Information will start flashing into your brain. You'll get bits and pieces of information. The more you delve into that, the more you dwell into those thoughts, the more they grow, the more they come back, the more it starts teaching you lessons, the more it's just the whole thing, bro. Honestly, just being more conscious of shit. Everything's gonna come to you in bits and pieces, and you'll start learning shit singularly. You know what I mean? I don't know if anything I'm saying makes sense. It's been 20 goddamn minutes. Anyways, I'll go more deeper into everything later. Number one thing, be more conscious of what the fuck you do. That's it. I'm moving soon too. I kind of miss this setup. I really wish I appreciated this setup more. But I think the new shit that I'm gonna be in is gonna be lit. So hopefully, y'all will fuck with it in the future. I'm speaking to no one. This is a recording. I'm recording this. I should be streaming. right now, but yeah. Anyways, everything I'm talking about, true facts. I don't know why I said that just now. I'm a weird ass dude, bro. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I pay attention to myself, and right now I'm just fucking throwing up information. That's it. And then I fuck with throwing up information like this. That's how I feel. Anyways, three key takeaways. Be conscious of how you move. Be conscious of everything, regardless of what it is. Just start being more conscious. Start viewing shit more analytically. I don't mean to be repeating information of myself or of other people, but genuinely, you've heard that before. Be more conscious. Number 2, become a filter, bro. Stop treating yourself like shit. Honest. Number 3, nobody is right. Do not follow anybody. Yes, you can follow people, you know what I mean, but like, my biggest philosophy is that nothing is real, nothing's wrong, nothing's real. I didn't mean to say that. Nothing's wrong and nothing is right. Okay? View everything analytically, no matter who it came from. Even motherfuckers who be saying the wildest shit in the world, and motherfuckers that seem like they got nothing going on, and motherfuckers that seem like motherfucking, if Hitler said some shit, if Hitler dropped a fire ass quote, I'm Jewish, by the way, saying this, okay? My middle name is motherfucking Israel, alright? If Hitler dropped a fire ass quote, I'm not gonna not look at the quote just because motherfucking Hitler said it, alright? I'm gonna take that quote at face value with an open mind. Like Hitler ain't say it. I don't give no fucks if Hitler said that shit. If Hitler's speaking truth. Okay, hold on. I'm getting way too far ahead of myself. I mean, in the sense that no matter, even if the baddest motherfuckers have source, the baddest motherfuckers on this earth still have wisdom. I don't fuck with Hitler at all. I don't know why I even said that, okay? I don't know why I used that as an example. But y'all, I hope you guys understand what the fuck I'm saying. I feel like I'm not saying this shit right. And even the best people, even the most trusted people on this earth often misspeak themselves. Not often, but like they can. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't even mean it on that level. There's so many reasons. Those 2 things I just said are not the reasons why I think that way and why everybody should think that way. Okay, but I'm just saying, do not be a follower. Take everything, and mold it to you. Point blank, period. But don't like, just, bro, I don't know. I'm just saying. I hope y'all understand what the fuck I'm saying. It's been 25 minutes. I'm gonna turn this shit off. I'll go deeper into everything I'm talking about later. Way deeper. Way deeper. I'm so fucking weird, dude. What am I doing? But no. Yeah. I hope y'all have an amazing day. Later.